Hey there, fellas and fellows. So, do you like monsters? I do. You got a demon, a devil, or any breed of monster or foul being of the pit? I'm there. Just call me. So when I saw the second book in a series all about monsters at my local Books-A-Million, I had to go find the first one in the series and pay full price for it. So I bought This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet. This Savage Song is the first book in the Monsters of Verity's duology, and it takes place in a city divided in half. This is technically in fours. Ta-da! This city is called Verity, Monsters of Verity. Remember that. Thanks to an event called the Phenomenon, which no one took the time to explain, every act of violence spawns a monster. Most notably, the Korsai, the Maokai, and the Sunai. Why they're called that, we don't know. Korsai are your standard, shadowy horde monsters that eat human flesh. They are birthed from non-lethal violence. Maokai vaguely resemble vampires. They drink your blood, but light doesn't kill them. So darn, what you gonna do? You get your crowbar, and you stab up through the bone plate covering their ribs and heart, and you pray you hit the heart. These beasties are spawned from murder and even killing in self-defense. And lastly, we have my favorite, the Sunai. They are nearly human except for one teeny tiny thing. They can sing or play an instrument to woo your soul out of your body, and then they will eat it. They can only kill sinners, though, this way. Sinners are people whose shadows are warped. Only Sunai can see these warped shadows. This happens because these people have indulged in the violence that created the Korsai and the Maokai. This is how they right the scales. They kill off the killers. Because the Sunai are able to point out the good and the bad in society, the three Sunai who currently exist, Leo, Ilsa, and August, have allied themselves with the ruler of South Verity, Henry Flynn. Henry Flynn and his militia are devoted to stamping out the monsters, while also fighting against the villainous Harker, the dark ruler of North Verity. Harker is a heartless man. He rules over the monsters that live in North Verity, using them as his own personal loan sharks, kinda. North Verity is a very idealistic place, compared to the war zone that is South Verity. Why? Because Harker forces his people to pay protection fees to keep his monsters from eating his own people. Harker has his own army of monsters that he has sort of tamed. His right-hand man is a Maokai, his own Maokai, named Sloane. This was one of my favorite parts of the book. The parallels between the Harker family and the Flynn family, because while Harker is the worst human being ever, he has created almost a utopia, like the only safe haven out there. Meanwhile, the nicest family in the world, the Flynns, live in a constant war zone, constantly in battle because humanity can't stop hurting and killing each other. That was the background, that was the story building for the world. But now let's get into the characters. August Flynn. Henry Flynn and his wife have adopted the three Sunai into their family, and the youngest Sunai is our main character, one of our main characters, August Flynn. I want to literally throw my arms around him and protect him, even though he doesn't need my help. He could suck out my soul just by whistling. Sunai are birthed from tragedy, and because of August's particular tragedy, he is very lost. He doesn't know who he is. He's reserved, he's shy, he's really eager to fight, but he's terrified of dying as quickly as he just popped into existence. He doesn't even know if he has a soul. He is so emotional, and I empathize with him on so many levels. Every lost college student could find themselves in him. The story's main draw is its characters. August, Sloane, Leo, Elsa, Kate. Yeah, girl. Kate is in my top 10 for strongest female protagonist. She is the evil Harker's daughter, heir to an evil empire. But of course her daddy doesn't think she can handle it, but she proves herself worthy in many, many ways, setting many chapels on fire, just a spotlight for attention. But this act that she's putting up, this gruff and tough act, is tiring her. She's not heartless. She's not an invincible, kick-butt warrior lady, even though she can fight. She breaks down occasionally. She's emotional. Relatability. And her small little flaws prove to be the perfect opportunity for August to attend her school, gain her confidence, just in case the Flynns decide they need to abduct Kate to use as a hostage against the evil Harker. It's got that Agent Cody Banks vibe, but it's so much better. I gave it 5 stars. The narrative, plot, world building, characters, creativity of the monsters, and my sweet baby, August, had me addicted. The main villain other than Harker was creepy. I loved him. And the other villain was literally my favorite trope ever. And I was hyperventilating with happiness. It's bloody, it's fighty, builds up a strong friendship. So please read This Savage Song. But now, we got issues. Personify. The real question is what? What? What have you done? You took the idea of a highly beloved sequel and you ruined it. Jury! Huh? Stand by the judge. Miss Duet, your lawyer.
The state forced me here. I get paid no matter what happens.
May God have mercy on your soul. And I will be your judge and your executioner. How do you wish to die?
Don't you mean how do I plead?
No. Would you prefer firing squad or would you prefer being set on fire by your squad?
What are the charges against my client?
Shameful exposition, abrupt character deaths, creating an awesome monster but not giving any details about its origins, throwing names of useless characters we'll never see again at us, diluting the story and bloating the story to an extra 100 pages, wasting chapters in a training facility for something that led to ultimately nothing, and Sorrow.
Wait, what's wrong with Sorrow?
Sorrow's a jerk.
Objection! Let the evidence of the judge's last Goodreads review show that Casey loves jerks. She praised Leo for his jerkiness.
Righteous jerks who look out for the little brothers in twisted ways. Their jerkiness isn't the problem. It's the side effect of the rest of their personality. Does Sorrow have a personality besides anger? Little flightiness in the beginning? Sorrow was a jerk for jerk's sake. Sorrow killed innocent people just because they were annoying or distracting August. No wonder you were on the bargain rack. Also the Chaos Eater. Jury! Huh? You read the book. Answer me some questions. How was the Chaos Eater created? How does it absorbing all this chaos make it more real? Oh, the author didn't mention it in the book? How do you feel about the deaths not only in this book, but also in the defendant's sister?
What?
How rushed?
Mockingjay level bad. You're supposed to defend me! Majorly abrupt.
Miss Duet, the court has taken note of your previous service, including chapters from Sloane's point of view, some nice angst for August that is entirely out of character, but makes sense to be out of character. Nicely done, remarkably, tricky thing to do.
Why, thank you.
Don't sass me! Several characters behaved unforgivably out of character. Where exactly did you pull that kiss from?
Narnia?
Was it a registered kiss? No, it wasn't. Cause it came and was built up from nowhere! Ultimately, I charge you, Dark Duet, for the crime of mishandling beloved characters, unforgivable world building, shamefully bad exposition, stretching out a book 100 pages more than it needed to be, slowing down the action by introducing every other Tom, Dick, and Harry that came around the corner, and for making me laugh when someone died because something stupid in the other chapter was still in my mind. You can't follow tragedy with stupid. The sentence will be death by firing squad. Commenced immediately. I can't stand the sight of you any longer.
Wait, what? You gave me 3 stars on Goodreads. That's not bad. That's not awful.
You're right. It's not awful. A 3 is meh. A meh is I don't care if you don't exist. And soon, you won't.
Please, I'm begging you. Put that thing away. You loved reading Sloane's point of view. You loved Kate. You liked that the villain plan actually made strategical sense.
Coming from a book with a subplot, building up the hatred between 2 females who have never met each other, you don't make sense. You sang your last song. I literally look like the world's most evil librarian. You forgot to file your paperwork, Wazowski. Honestly, I would love to be a Sunai. Wow! Recruit me. I have talent. So we'll consider this small little segment a spoiler section. So if you haven't read the book, please exit. But at the end of this savage song, Kate kills someone in self-defense. Like, she suspects this man that's intruding in her house, part of the bad guy group that she's fighting against. She wasn't 100% positive, but she proved right in the end, and she killed him before he could capture or kill her. However, that killing still resulted in a Maokai, and she was still branded a sinner. But what I'd like to ask you is she a sinner? Isn't killing in self-defense fine? If you were a Sunai, would you be able to tell the difference between someone who killed in self-defense and someone who murdered? Just thoughts with Casey.